This is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black.
This is it, Satan. For the sake of our most glorious project, you will die today!
Well, he's back. And he's better than ever. This Zenkai was honestly completely unnecessary, and I'll get into why in the second part of the video. But before I do that, I just want to talk a little bit about what they released alongside this Zenkai Namek Goku. As you can see, I'm lucky enough to have him at 7 stars to be able to awaken him. And I've only got him at Zenkai 2 because I'm not going to be spending on his banner, since we do get 2 Zenkai levels for free from the Ultra Space Time Rush exchange shop every time that resets, which is every 2 weeks. So I don't really recommend spending on this banner if you do have him at at 7 stars, because you're going to get him for free to Zenkai 7 at the end of the day. It's going to take a few weeks, but it's worth the wait in my opinion, since Black Friday and Christmas are coming up, and we are going to need crystals for those events. If you do have him at 6 stars, and I honestly can't state this enough, only if you have him at 6 stars, summon on this banner. If you don't have him at 6 stars, don't spend on it. It's just not worth it, honestly. Just save your crystals, but if you do have him at 6 stars and you are only needing 1 more copy, it's fine if you do 1 rotation or 2. It's not going to cost you too much, and you do have a pretty high chance of getting him. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got in terms of banners. It's all based around the Zenkai Goku. And in terms of the news, we do have a lot of events coming soon where we will be able to farm up a lot of crystals. As you can see here, the EX Vegeta is going to get a Zenkai. So that's going to be 1.69k crystals that we're going to be able to farm from there. We're going to get a new Extreme Clash raid, which is going to be against Full Power Frieza, which is another 1000 crystals. We're getting the Champion bonus event back, which is another 500 crystals. The Ultra Space Time Rush has reset, which basically means another 500 crystals. And we get a new event, Deathmatch on Namek, which is another 1000 crystals. So that's a lot of crystals that we're getting in the short space of time, pretty much this week and next week. So I do recommend to just do all the events that come out, because that's a lot of stuff that we're going to be getting. And in this second part of the video, I'm going to talk about the state of the meta, why this was a mistake, and what we can expect moving forward. I'm going to have some gameplay on in the background, so yeah, I'll catch you in a second. Okay, so let's get into why this Goku getting a Zenkai is a mistake. As you can see in the background, there is some gameplay of him at Zenkai 2 alongside the Super Saiyan 3 Zenkai 7 Goku and the purple Vegeta, who is just incredible. The team worked really, really well. I didn't expect it to, because it hasn't got a red to cover purple's weakness, which is yellow, but it wasn't a problem whatsoever. As you'll see in the video, it worked absolutely fine. So, Namek Goku is incredible. In my opinion, he's in the top 3 best Zenkais in the game, and basically in the top 3 best units in the game, alongside LF Gohan, of course, and Android 18. And you could put Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 in that bracket, but I'm just leaving him out. He's right on the border of that. He is absolutely incredible as well. And I don't know if you've noticed already, but those 3 that I mentioned, apart from 18, the other 3 could all be used together. Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 with Namek Goku and with Gohan. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking when they decided to make this Zenkai a thing. Why would you just put 3 incredible top tier godlike units on the same team in a meta that was already unbalanced before this Goku came out? I just don't understand why they did it, what the reasoning for it was. They just came out with Bardock, who is a blue Saiyan, who is incredible. They brought out Majin Vegeta, which is the next point I'm going to get onto in a second. They brought him out not long ago as well, so I don't know, it just doesn't really make much sense to me. Majin Vegeta, like I said, the next point I want to talk about, he's gone. His time in the meta is over. Like, unless you run Vegeta Family, you're not going to run Majin Vegeta. I have him at 2 stars, and I have my Namek Goku already, you know, Zenkai'd, so why would I use my Majin Vegeta? I really just don't need to, so it's just, I don't know, I just don't understand why they would bring out an LF and 2 months later replace him, because it's just ridiculous to me that they did that. So I don't understand, because Goku did not need this Zenkai compared to I don't know, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, for example. There's LF Super Saiyan 3, the green one. He's awful. Like, he's the worst LF in the game. He's worse than Goten. And he needed this Zenkai more than the Namek Goku did. Because Namek Goku's already... he's pretty good. You can still use him in PvP. Maybe if you're at a low rank, you can use him and get away with it and have fun. He did not need a Zenkai. The unit that needed the Zenkai the most was the Super Saiyan 3. They decided to give the purple Super Saiyan 3 the Zenkai, so I guess that's why they didn't give the green Super Saiyan 3 a Zenkai next. But I just don't understand why they did this. It just made no sense to me. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, you just gotta take it and just accept it. I mean, I don't really care because I've got the Goku at 7 stars. I don't even have Super Saiyan 3, and this is me saying it. But yeah, I would have preferred the Super Saiyan 3 to get a Zenkai instead of this guy. I know you would have been able to run him on Som Family anyway, but what I'm saying is if you're going to give a Som Family unit a Zenkai, which they didn't need, I mean they honestly didn't need because they're just disgusting and they're the best team in the game and you can't counter them with anything, they're just broken. If you were going to do that, just at least give it to an LF unit that actually needed it. But, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, Som Family is just getting out of hand. You've got 4 Z-tier Zenkai 7 units on that team. You've got Kid Goku, who's still incredible, has endurance and is just incredible. Super Saiyan 3 is just the best damage dealer in the game alongside Gohan and Android 18. And then you've got Namek Goku now, who is, like I said, just an outstanding unit all over the board. He's just amazing. And you've got the best unit in the game, Zenkai 7 LF Gohan. So I don't understand what their thoughts were behind this, but I don't know. I mean, we saw it with the LFs because they released LFs for them before any other team. They had 3 LFs in the space of, you know, the first 4 LFs that we got. So I don't know. I kind of expected this, and a few people did, but I just don't understand why they did it so quick. But I think this problem stems from not the Zenkai system in itself. I don't think it's a bad system, but I think from the revamp of the Zenkai system. They're bringing out 2 Zenkais to 3 Zenkais a month now. Most of them being really good, and you can't spend on every one and still try to get banner units. It's just not good. You cannot do that to a game. You can't make everyone spend every crystal they have all the time. So I just don't understand what the logic is behind it. I hope they think of something to change it, because it does need changing. Let's be honest, it's not in a good state at the moment. They do need to change something, because we're getting a Zenkai every 2 weeks that's just broken and you kind of feel forced to spend on it. So yeah, I don't know. We need to change to the Zenkai system or to something, but right now it's just not in a good way, because it's ruining PvP. You cannot enjoy PvP when you're coming up against full Zenkai 7 teams. It's just rubbish. It's just really bad, and even more when they have a Zenkai buffed bench. It's just ridiculous, honestly. And the worst thing is that it's not even the game that's in a bad state, because the game's in a good state. I think the content they're bringing out is really good. We're getting a step up a month, which I'm actually a fan of, simply because you can actually you can get a lot of crystals during a month. You can get between 10 and 15,000 crystals, so you can have crystals saved up for step ups. You can just do a rotation, get a lot of value from it. But I just don't understand why they're bringing out so many Zenkais in between banners and still expect you to summon on an all-star banner, then unlock their missions. When a Zenkai comes out, they expect you to spend 7,000 on that. It's just too much. There's too much stuff coming out in terms of where you have to spend your crystals. But in terms of content, I think we're getting a lot of crystals, which is a good thing, but it's not enough. If you're going to bring out this level of content and, you know, just so much stuff to do, you should tone down on the stuff we have to spend on, in my opinion. I think there's too much that we have to spend on, and it's kind of like we're pushed to do it, because if not, you're going to be left behind in PvP. And it's just, yeah, it's not a good place to be in. But overall, I think the state of the game is very good. I'm enjoying the events that they're releasing. I like the campaigns that they're releasing. Adventures aren't a pain in the ass like they used to be. So it's all pretty good. I just don't understand why they're bringing out so many good Zenkais on the same teams. Like, they could have released a GT Zenkai. I don't know, a Zenkai Baby, for example, which would have been disgusting, but I would have been down for it, even though that would have been region. So maybe, I don't know, a Zenkai Super 17. You've already got a green android, so it doesn't really matter. You just throw another one on, you know, on GT, and that's it. Something like that. Something that wouldn't have ruined the state of PvP even more. I just think that would have made a lot more sense, just because PvP right now it's awful. It's so bad. You cannot play PvP and enjoy it. So that's why I just think they should have they should tone down a little bit on the LFs that they're not on the LFs, on the Zenkais that they're releasing, and on the banners as well, because they can't expect us to spend on 2 Zenkais a month and just step up a month and everything, and just, you know, it's not going to be healthy for the game. And I think the PvP system right now is just, you guys do not want to jump into PvP. If you haven't got Gohan or Namek Goku, I mean, good luck. Honestly, good luck to you, because it's not going to be fun. Let me just tell you that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I do hope you did enjoy this video. As you can see from the gameplay, he is very good at Zenkai 2. He's just a revamped version of himself. I mean, that's pretty much what he is. They couldn't do much to make him incredibly broken, because he already had the base of a broken unit in his kit. The only reason he wasn't incredibly viable was because he's an old unit. But now that they've given him a Zenkai, honestly, I just I don't know. I find it funny how they made this guy this good in a meta that's already like plagued by Zenkai 7 Gohans. And I know he counters him, but it was just not necessary. Like, if you're gonna give us a Zenkai unit, give us the Fist Goku from the Broly movie or something. Just not an LF. Come on, that's just ridiculous. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you did, make sure you subscribe. I want to say thank you for the huge amount of support you guys have given me on the channel recently. It's been incredible. I hope we can get to my end of the year goal, which was initially 2,000, but I don't know what's happened with you guys. You guys have gone insane with the growth, and I appreciate that massively. The new goal I'm setting is that 5k goal. If we can reach that, I will be forever grateful. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for the support, and I do hope you keep enjoying the content. I'm not going to be posting a showcase of him, just because I don't think it's necessary. You're going to have loads of showcases on YouTube to watch from other people, and I'm not going to be spending on his banner, so I won't be having him at Zenkai 7 for a few months. Well, I think maybe 2 months it's going to be, so yeah, I'm ready to wait for it. I don't really mind waiting, just because Black Friday is coming up, Christmas is as well. So we have to save our crystals, remember that, guys. And who knows, we might get an even more broken Zenkai next week, so we never know what's going to happen. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.